Hey everybody, welcome back here for another video. Now, I don't usually do trailer reviews because I prefer to really watch something and then I could judge how it is based on it, because a lot of time trailers tend to lie. But recently the trailer for Disney Plus new series Miss Marvel came out. It looks horrible. But before I get into that, let me just give a little background on this character, as best as I can. Now, Miss Marvel is a character I did not even know existed until probably about 3 years after they created her or something. That's when I found out about it. Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan, Pakistani American superhero, protects the streets of Jersey City with her one-of-a-kind envisioning powers or something. So the thing about it is that every time I've seen this character, she always has these giant fists. That's sort of the most iconic thing I know about her. Always these giant fists. And the costume is not very interesting at all. But how they came about with this character is that Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel for so many years. You know, we had Marvel, who was Captain Marvel, and after he gave his powers to Carol and thing, and he died, she became Miss Marvel. And she was somewhat tolerant at that point. A little annoying, but somewhat tolerant at that point. And then they changed her to Captain Marvel, and she became a raging, annoying, ball-busting, excuse my language, bitch. She's a character in comics that large majority of people don't like. The movie did nothing to improve that. And that is the thing about it. She's like, so they had an opening now and decided to bring in Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel. Why? I have no idea. Her powers are like somewhat similar to Mr. Fantastic. I guess she stretches, but it's nowhere near as interesting. As I said, it's always seen with some giant fists. Now, how she got her powers was when the Terrigen mist spread across the world. She's an Inhuman. The Terrigen mist spread across the world. She got infected. She came out of a cocoon, and she ended up with powers, ended up with superpowers. But she's never been a very interesting character. They have tried to put her into different areas or certain things here and there. It never really paid off. You had them trying to have her. She was in the they had her in that god-awful Spider-Man series that they did. I did a video about that. Utterly uninteresting. They tried to get her into the Avengers, a lot even worse. It's just, she's never been a very interesting or very good character at all. And in her comics, they try to push heavily this whole Pakistani American Muslim thing that just seems to make up the majority of of her as a character. And nothing wrong with that, but they don't develop her at all. They kind of do the same thing that they do with Miles Morales that they do with her. So in the trailer now, they have, this is from bungling into comics, Marvel officially retcons Kamala Khan's powers for Disney Plus Miss Marvel series in effort to boost her appeal. The trailer comes off looking like something you would find out of CW. And that alone should tell you how bad it is. I'm not really going to look at the trailer here. That's the trailer, we're not going to look at it. What I'm going to point out is the important things. As I said, she is supposed to be an Inhuman. Right? The Terrigen mist happened and she was supposed to have gotten her powers like that. But that didn't happen. In this trailer, however, As seen in the trailer, not only does Khan now appears to receive her powers from a mystical bracelet, seemingly completely sidestepping her previously widely celebrated connection to the Inhumans in what can only be assumed to be a desire by the company to avoid acknowledging their failed attempt to push the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby creations as an alternative to the X-Men. Yeah, so she's getting a bracelet, and rather than altering her physical form, she now wields the ability to conjure up Green Lantern-style hard light constructs, including giant fists, like this here. And then there's this scene with her walking on, like she makes these kind of platforms, like things out of energy, and she has these kind of like an energy force field thing. I mean, this is basically more connected to Captain Marvel's powers than her own. I mean, here they did a poster for it, and the costume looks horrible. This hand thing looks horrendous, and the trailer is just utter garbage, which shows what they think about this series and this character on the whole. Now they try to push it like, you know, she being, you know, Pakistani, I should say basically she being Muslim in this, in the MCU is some great, you know, height they've risen to, and that, you know, I mean, I've even heard one of people say that, you know, in comments that she's the first Muslim superhero to get recognition. No, she's not. No, she is not. It's utter nonsense. There was a mutant that was created called Dust, who powers are really interesting, and you know the story surrounding her is really interesting as well. Here is a video from Wolverine and the X-Men, and you see her powers at work here.
Rejeitado, o avião vai cair!
Now, the reason you won't see this hero, this mutant, Dust, appear in the MCU, if you look up who created this person, you will understand, because it's Ethan Van Sciver, and this is a person who he's spoken out about the nonsense that is happening in the comic industry and thing, and they pretty much had to blacklist the man. So you have an interesting character here in Dust. You won't do that, but instead you try to bring in Kamala Khan. And the thing about it is that these are heroes who have barely been around for a decade, and they're not very interesting at all. And yet they've brought in Kamala Khan. I mean, comics don't even really sell. Nobody seems to really be interested in this character. Like I said, she's like Miles Morales. They don't know what to do with her. So we've got her. They have, you know, America Chavez is going to be in the Doctor Strange movie. They're also going to do a series on Riri Williams. Can you remember when they made Iron Man into, I think, a 16-year-old black girl? And the thing about Riri Williams, it's similar to Kamala Khan in this series they want to do. There's no motivation for them to be heroes. She idolizes, Kamala Khan idolizes Miss Marvel and wants to be a superhero because of it and all of that. It's just a very shallow reason. Same thing with Riri Williams. The whole reason she became a hero in the comics is because her teacher wanted to push her and she wanted to show up the teacher. The teacher said, well, try being Iron Man. Okay, bam, that was it. Now, I said before, I don't really do trailer reviews, so I'm not going to do that. I just want to point out how they have taken her powers and what they've done with it. They decided to give her a mystical bracelet of some kind, and from what I understand, I think they're changing her powers in the comics to match what they're doing here. Something happened, I think she's losing her powers, so she gets some bracelets to do this. I mean, it looks very uninteresting and unimpressive. The trailer did not make me feel interested in watching the show at all. I don't think I am. I mean, if I do watch it, it's really going to be just to do a review for you, the fans. But this just felt so ridiculous. That's the only word I could release. It just felt so ridiculous. Anyway, that's my take on it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you saw the trailer and you thought it was different, you had some hope for it or something. I don't know why, but this is, the kind of nonsense they put out, Marvel is putting out now. But let me know, because as far as I am concerned, I find this looks like a CW type rip-off thing, and that alone should tell you not to get your hopes up. Alright, so if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. I shall see you all in the next video. Take care.